was that?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Epic. I just in my head, I wanted like 2 beats in. I wanted to come in to show some like powerful timing.
Yeah, but you came in the...
Yeah, that should have been on the radio. Welcome to Epic Flail. This is part 2 of Liam and I's journey through the ages, comparing Games Workshop of old to now. And in today's show, we're going to be looking at the models. Man, do we have some fun models to look at.
Oh my God, some of them.
We have some horrendous models to look at on the show. We're also going to look at some fantastic models that we both like. And we're going to be talking live to our chat, who are going to share with us their favourite and most hated models, which I will also share on the screen through the magic of green screens. If you're watching this for the first time and it's not live, then I'll timestamp the main bits of discussion below. If you're watching us live, then welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. We're doing 45 minutes, and then we're going straight into a members-only show where we're going to continue the chat from this show, along with other things that YouTube doesn't like us talking about. In fact, a lot of the public don't like us.
That's why I'm just being quiet. Like, so I'm just sat here because it's like, what can Liam actually say? Not a lot at this moment in time.
You're a very good contributor during the normal part of the show, Liam. You have lots to say. There's just things where we're like...
And I'm going to control myself.
That's for later. After dark. So yeah, that's the vibe, mate. If you want to become a member of the channel, you can do so by clicking the link below in the description. Our members get access to our Discord, extra content, and can obviously access the After Dark. I wish I could like... Do you know what I mean?
Why don't you get some decks? Why don't you get some decks and like... Oh, imagine if we got not Gary Lineker, which is the other Lineker that's really cool and hangs out with all the footballers.
He got kicked in the other day.
Well, yeah, I saw that, but
Wayne.
I don't want him. I don't want like
Wayne Lineker.
I just think he'd be really cool to have on the show.
What, you think we should get Wayne Lineker on the show?
Yeah, let's get Wayne.
This took a turn.
Let's do it. Let's do a show from Ocean Beach. Why? Why not?
That's an awful idea.
Oh, why?
What? We're not the. They're not our people.
What?
What, going to Ibiza to do a Games Workshop show? Can you imagine the phone call with him? Like, yeah, mate, I'm just wondering if we can use the space.
You got
a live podcast.
Min spend a 20 grand. Yeah, be ooh, sorry, Wayne.
yeah. They could be like, oh, OnlyFans, are you? Like, nah, it's slightly, slightly different.
There is some pretty depraved stuff that happens, Wayne, but...
You'll see a bit of skin.
We just have 4 fantasy Coke Zeros, if that's okay.
Yeah, Wayne, we're mental, mate. Yeah, we have 4 Coke Zeros and talk about models.
And phone...
But not those kind of models.
Phone Jackie G up, see if he'll come on as well.
Oh, mate, you're going to talk about models? Yeah, Wayne, we can have models up.
He's like, let's see some photos then, boys. Just bring up, here we go.
Bring up a Space Marine. Like, get out. We get chased out. Oh, mate, it's been so fun going back and looking at some of these old models.
Honestly,
it's been real nice experience.
You've done the Warhammer World tour, haven't you?
Yeah. I filmed the whole thing without realising you're not meant to.
Oh, really? Why aren't you meant to film it?
Well, there's a thing up going like, if you film this, you're not allowed to use it for anything, blah, 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 blah. But I literally went around the whole thing with my camera and filmed everything. Because I thought, I'd do a video on it.
Oh, okay. And then realised that you weren't allowed.
Someone was like, why did you film that? You're not allowed to use it for anything other than watching it back yourself. Which I've not done.
On your own?
Yeah.
Watching it back. It's like your wedding video, isn't it?
I'll make my own video of my experience.
But do you not find that with your wedding video? That like you spent all that money recording a wedding video and like, why am I going to sit there and watch?
Well, there's lots of it I can't remember.
Oh, did you get that? Did you do that?
We got absolutely trolled. Me and George got warriors. We were up to like 4, like just absolute beasts.
Just absolutely vibing.
The next day, people were like coming to say bye and like knocking on the door, and I was just topless, being like, George just says bye. And she's just like, welcome to the chat, Adam. Hello, my friend and TCB, Adam and Adam. I looked into the history of Games Workshop and how they got into printing and making models, and there's a bit of it I found really interesting.
Okay.
That is sort of like a bit naughty of Games Workshop, really.
Was Wayne Lineker involved?
No.
Oh, boo.
I'm just giving you a little Games Workshop fact, basically.
Hit me.
So they set up their workshop, the original one. It wasn't Games Workshop, it was like Citadel Miniatures, right?
Yeah.
And it was by the river in Trent. By the River Trent. And they obviously like would do a lot of sculpts and a lot of moulds and try to get them right. And the moulds that they didn't like, they would just throw them out the window into the river.
Oh, what, hard metals into the river?
Just really annoyed, like that one's crap, and they just throw it into the river. It's a bit naughty, isn't it?
Oh, mate, should we go?
Just lobbed loads of models into the river.
Should we go magnet fishing in the River Trent?
Well, this is what I was thinking. That maybe if there's any treasure hunters out there, you could find where they're old factories. Legit, you could.
Mate, I reckon they're worth a lot of money. Those sort of things.
They reckon they're worth at least £3 to £5
of your English pounds.
Each one that you find.
I was wondering what you were going to go with then. £3 to £5.
Yeah, quid.
Quid.
Maybe some enthusiast will get down there with some scuba kit on, but I thought that was a bit naughty of them.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just
littering,
just
lob it. It can't be good for the ecosystem.
Imagine if there's someone out there on a canoe.
Yeah, and they get hit by a low-flying dreadnought.
Space marine. Imagine taking a boxy space marine a boxy dreadnought to the head.
A boxy dreadnought.
Boxy dreadnought to the head.
Proper mess you up.
Oh, mate, you'd be down.
Do you think that's probably the most dangerous model to have thrown at your head? Probably an old metal
dreadnought.
Like
the old metal dreadnought, yeah, man. Just because it was just a lump of metal, wasn't it?
There's maybe the Land Raider that we're going to show later on.
Yeah, I think that was pretty brutal as well.
TTB says there are octopuses out there desperately waiting for someone to throw a Pariah Nexus mission tank down for them. Just sat in there praying. Have you got your Pariah mission deck?
Yes, I have.
You would have done, wouldn't you?
I don't know. It's all right. I think these secret missions, without getting too into it, seem a bit meh. They seem too easy. So I was listening to some stuff the other day being like, people are just going to now tech to like do these weird things with these secret missions and just win like automatically. And it's like, I don't know.
Well, it's going to mess up. Well, maybe we'll talk about it on the After Dark, see what people's thoughts are, but apparently it's going to mess up team events. Because team events, like you want to smash pit, like you can do them at the end knowing that like, well, I'm not going to win, but it'll claw back 20 points. So
so I'm going to turn an 18-2 into a like 12-8 or something like that and have a big effect on it.
Let's get into this, my friend. So the order that we're going to do this in is we are going to look at some sculpts from the 90s. Proper old school, trip down memory lanes. Some of them are horrendous. And then we're going to look at the worst. We've compiled some of the worst we can possibly find. And then we're going to look at some of the best and then talk about which was better then or now. This that we've got up, Telly. All right, lad. Do you remember this? This is the first ever. This is technically first edition. Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader, where you could like mix things up. You could like, there wasn't really like codexes. You could take things with other things. It was just very mashy. I never played it, but it was very mashy together. Wasn't very.
But weren't some of the more recent editions like that? You could have like 1,000 points of Eldar with 1,000 points of Space Marine.
I think it was like 25% or something. I'm sure you could take like Allied. I mean, you can now, right? You can take Allied units.
Yeah, but they still have to be from within the same
strand,
like you still have to
Xenos,
be Imperium. Yeah, but like even then you can't take like orcs with Leagues of Votan, even though they're both Xenos armies.
Are Votan Xenos?
Yeah, Votan are Xenos.
Are they?
Because they're clone dwarves.
They're cloned?
They're clones, yeah.
From what?
From the original squat, I guess. But
really?
They're clones, yeah. Where you're like,
Yeah, well, I was just going to go down a lore hole.
Oh, no, let's not go down lore holes, because I just get shouted at because I'm like really, obviously, like very loose with my lore.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, this definitely happened. People going, why is Liam
Why is he just making stuff up?
Why is Liam making it up? This is a picture I legally took at Warhammer World, actually.
That's the algorithm done.
Yeah, that's the first ever Space Marine. The first ever Space Marine miniature released in 1985. I mean, it looks pretty awful, doesn't it, really?
I mean, sorry, I'm just going to blow this up because I've got it on my... I mean, he's all right. He does look like a bit like an American football player, doesn't he?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the shoulder pad.
Do you know what... Do you remember... Was it... do you remember The Running Man? Was it The Running Man, the film with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
He looks like something...
Yeah,
do you remember the guy that was driving the cart with all the lights on him? He looks a bit like him.
What was he called?
I don't know. And he used to go, bah! Like, he was like doing like opera singing as he was driving this like golf cart around, wasn't he? Like trying to kill Arnold Schwarzenegger. That was one of the weirdest films I've ever...
Oh, it's this guy.
Mate, that was honestly one of the weirdest films.
No, he wasn't Buzzsaw. Which one was he? He was like the light bulb man.
Yeah.
Fireball.
Oh, I don't know, mate. They were all
Here he is. I'm going to get him up. What, you think he looks like this guy?
We're just like, he's got like weird dots all over his shoulders, hasn't he?
Look all adverts you get spammed with now.
Mate, it's just the whole... Yeah, that fella. Because he was all like lit up, wasn't he?
He does look a bit like that, doesn't he? Maybe that was their inspiration.
Well, let's be fair. GW have never copied anyone else's intellectual property, have they?
Absolutely not. I'll tell you what, though. That's a film, is that, Liam?
That's a good film, man.
Beast of a film.
like
this was the box that I think will take a lot of us back. Those of us that played in the 90s. So this was second edition.
Oh mate, we all
can remember this box.
Didn't we?
I reckon most people our age that were into the game
had this box.
Yeah.
Or at least had the miniatures from this box.
And everyone's going to remember the same.
You know, remember it was like 60 quid or something, wasn't it? It wasn't even. And you got that rule book that was like massive rule book with it that was always floating around. And then all the models that were in it, the standard Space Marines with the standard pose, and then the one sergeant with the banner.
I think there were 2 rule books, weren't there? I think there was that one that was with the set that I've got up. And then I think there was a bigger one. I think there was a bigger one outside the rule book. I think. But this was classic, man. This was the one pose Gretchen.
The one pose Gretchen, the one pose Orcs.
Look how many of the Gretchen you got. That's an obscene amount of Gretchen.
You got like 40 Gretchen, didn't you?
I love how they were like, yeah, let's just do one pose, lads.
Well, just monopose, innit? Just
5.
pump them out.
How many did you get? I think you got 40, didn't you? 3.
Yeah, I think
5. You got 40 Gretchen.
Didn't you get some terrain in there
and
as
20.
Well?
There was a version.
No, isn't all this stuff over here that's in the side like flat pack terrain?
Oh yeah, it is on the left. Yeah,
that's all flat. I seem to remember you used to get flat pack terrain like
behind
that.
My head. My head was covering it up.
My head was covering it.
But yeah, you had these flat pack rooms. God, I remember them distinctly, pushing them together.
Yeah, and them all
That's
bending
really
and all the bits
then.
bending and like none of it quite.
It'd all peel away.
And then you'd leave it out and like your dad would tread on it or something.
Oh, if someone treads on it, it's gone.
It's demolished, isn't it?
Man, that does take me back.
That does take me back.
And the Marines actually, again, all one pose, but you got the slightly better deal because one of your models wasn't a piece of cardboard. Like,
I love the fact like that one model wasn't a bit. How did they ever think that was acceptable, by the way?
Yeah, I don't know. I remember at the time thinking it's a bit strange that my Dreadnought is just a single piece of card on a little bit of plastic.
Imagine that now. Imagine running Dreadmob with just 18 bits of card. No, but
it's a very strange
This
move.
is a really strange thing, but I remember in 9th edition, I think it was 9th, and I think it was Funhammer, someone turned up to an event with all the bases. They were playing like, what's that? What was the Tyrannid one? Crusher Stampede. They turned up to an event with Crusher Stampede with all the bases, then just printed off photos, stuck on the base. Everyone's like, mate,
what are you doing?
Not 100% sure that's okay. He's like, I just can't afford the models at the moment.
I can't afford the models. I'm just printing them out and stuck on a piece of plastic.
Well, yeah, I understand sometimes it's out, but Harambe out for the card dread. Yes, Harambe.
This was the original Land Raider, which I know there's a slight delay, Liam, so you'll see it in a second, but that is horrendous.
Mate, it genuinely, honestly, I think it looks like it's been built wrong.
Yeah, something doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. It looks like that will not go forwards.
Yeah.
What's wrong? What is wrong with it? I think it's too tall. It's too short.
What's the little pokey bit at the front called?
The sponsor? No,
the bit like the
bull.
Yeah, that looks like it's on upside down, so it makes it look weird. I've just seen myself doing this on the screen.
I love how I love how some Space Marines gone to the effort of spray painting Stone Killer on the side. Like as if the Space Marine law's like, should we just spray Stone Killer on the side? Right,
lads, what we're going to do, we're really going to scare this Xenos army. Let's just make sure you put your tag underneath it, lads.
Yeah.
Stone Killer.
And what's it say on top? Lucky 7. Bring the formidable firepower of the Imperium main battle tank to your tabletop.
I mean, mate,
that model has definitely got better. But, early days, lads.
I mean, that was an early model, and it was, yeah. Do you remember? But like, what you got to remember is a lot of this was in metal as well. So think how much that thing weighed.
That's the thing that you're throwing at someone.
That's
the question I asked a few minutes ago of like, what's the most dangerous thing you could throw at someone's head in the hobby? Which is a hell of a question, if I don't say so myself.
That could be a murder weapon.
It's probably that, isn't it?
Yeah, that could be a murder weapon. Like that could be in court. Imagine that in court, like the defense attorney holding up, like, it's only a toy model, and it's like literally this geezer's got like the track embedded in the side of his head. Oh, was it plastic?
Howlin's saying it was plastic, not metal. It was a yellow plastic.
Oh.
To be honest, yeah, thinking about it, we're pretty stupid, aren't we? Because like if that was metal, that would literally put.
Yeah, but the old Bloodthirster was metal. The one with the axe and the whip that was just stood there like that, and you used to glue his wings on, and they'd fall off all of the time. There was no one that managed to get those wings to stay on properly on the original Bloodthirster. This big metal thing, it was awful. Like
well, maybe that's what we can find. TCB says if only you had a Land Raider to show us. So I'm actually going to build it.
Don't start about this Land Raider again.
No, I'm going to build it.
You've been threatening to do a lot with this Land Raider.
It's going to be a Grey Knight Land Raider.
Are you going to put the Flamer? Oh, the Grey Knights have the Flamers on the side.
I'm going to do it as a Redeemer, Land Raider Redeemer.
Is that the one with the Flamers?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, you're a
Why?
person.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the problem. You just sit it in the middle of the board and go, no one can move.
Yeah. It's
anywhere because I'm just going to flame you to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, power gaming. What about it? Yeah.
I want to know from the boys that are joining us what models spring to your mind when you think of 90s GW. These Eldar models have 90s GW written all over them and don't really look too different from a lot of the Eldar range now.
I would genuinely say that those Howling Banshees were only updated probably 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, I've seen these models
for so long. The Striking Scorpions were like a year ago, mate.
The Fire Dragon looks very similar to it. Yeah,
I don't think the Fire Dragons have been updated. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. I genuinely don't think they've been updated. That's the old Swooping Hawk XR. I used to have that model. What are the ones with the rocket launchers? I can't read it.
No,
the ones below.
Oh, Dark Reaper.
Dark Reapers. They were the first ones to get an update, but they looked really goofy, didn't they? They put weird masks on them.
Stupid.
But I remember those models, mate. They were the wings on those sodding Swooping Hawks as well.
That's for me. That's 90s GW, just Terminators.
Mate.
Look at Brandon. Evening molesters. Very nice. Thanks for that, Brandon.
And in he comes.
In he comes. Thanks for coming. Look at that, mate. That for me is GW. Is 1990s GW. Someone's like, show me 1990s GW.
But
the OG Terminators. I used to look at them in the shop so often and just think, man, I wish I had enough money to buy loads of Terminators.
The assault cannon is so iconic as well.
Yeah, big time.
And they're
the so
pose,
dumpy.
Just the little pose.
Yeah.
But they haven't really strayed too far away from that vibe, have they?
Only
really?
Recently, the sculpt, it got a bit more.
Everything's just got bigger,
dynamic.
Hasn't it? Like everything's just got bigger.
But that classic, like dumpy Terminator.
Yeah.
When I was reading about the history of them making the models, one of the reasons that their models did really well when they did the first iteration of it was because they did like chunky models. That's what they said. They were like. People liked Citadel miniatures. It was called something before that because they were like chunky.
Yeah.
And that's Terminator chunky.
That's
They're like proper, not like little flimsy.
Not like little spindly things
not
that
those
break.
Little spindlers, like proper.
Little spindlers.
Proper chunk. Here's a flashback as well. We got a bit of Blood Bowl in there. Got a plastic spaceman with a flamer. Plastic Gene Stealer, very Space Hulky.
Oh, that Space Hulk set with those Terminators and the Gene Stealers, mate. And the Gene Stealers were the ones where you had they were in like a purple plastic, I think, or like a dark blue plastic.
Yeah, they were,
and all you had to do was stick the two arms in the little slots on the side.
That's another That's another thing that just really reminds me of 90s GW. Just games of Space Hulk.
I never played it. Like I saw the box set, and then like everyone was selling the Gene Stealers out of it because everyone just wanted the Terminators, and it was a really cheap way of getting loads of Terminators. But I remember
beast of a game.
I remember having a lot of those Gene Stealers.
That Eldar jet bike is awful.
I don't know what's going on with it. The geezer looks like he's on one, mate.
It looks like it just goes straight into the ground.
The geezer genuinely looks like he's like, 5 and drive's fine, isn't it, lads?
Yeah.
I'm wavy.
Living my best life.
Yeah. Mate, look at that plastic, the Space Marine at the top with the flamer. Doesn't he look like he's trying to have a little poo as well?
He's having
he's copping a squat, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got an unusual bend.
I'm not quite sure why he's bent like that. But can we just discuss the paint schemes as well?
Awful.
Like how
awful.
I think that a lot of my painting now is probably better than this. Not to be like a dick about it, but
no, go on, be a dick.
But like, I mean, obviously they don't have contrast paint, so they're literally just working with base colours and dry brushing, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I mean, that red Terminator is just painted red with a silver gun, and then a dry brush of orange over the red and a dry brush of silver over the gun. That's it. That's literally all he's done. Put it in the catalogue, boys. Done. Imagine that for your day's work. Right, your day's work's painting a Space Marine. You've done that after like 10 minutes. You're like, see you later, boys. I'll be back tomorrow.
It's been a hard day.
Oh, God, that's graft. That is graft, son.
It's been hard. Yeah, it's not a great paint job, is it? I mean, it probably doesn't help the resolution or whatever I've got these at. Let's read. Someone said something in the chat I wanted to read out. TTB says, my cousin had a shelf of a bunch of these old beaky Space Marines. Yeah, the little...
Yeah, the beakies.
Beaky face ones. They remind me of Raven Guard. Like, a Raven Guard have that helm a lot.
Yeah.
Some lore master will probably tell us what... that's a second born.
Oh,
65 super.
It's like a Mark IV helmet or something, isn't it? I don't know.
Telly, we're going to look at the old Nagash. It's on. I've got a list of some of the worst models.
We've got some of the worst models, and we want people to guess what they are.
Ultramarine Marine says, was Hero Quest GW? Yeah, it was. No, it wasn't, was it?
I don't know, but it's still floating around.
It was. Hero Quest was Games Workshop.
So I went in Game the other day.
Tell us if I'm right. Is it?
You know Game, the one that sells computer games?
And
I've heard of it. Yeah. And they went through a phase of selling Games Workshop stuff at like really cheap prices. So I always go in there to see if I can find like a rogue box of something. But then now they've got loads of Hero Quest in there and I can't work out. I was looking at it because I was like, you get a load of ogre miniatures in that, like decent ogre miniatures in one of the sets for like 20 quid. And I was like, oh, is it worth just like, I don't need ogre miniatures, but
you could.
Yeah.
Game sell...
Games sell the most weird. They went through a phase of selling loads of Games Workshop.
I know they have like Magic the Gathering and stuff.
They got loads of Magic in there now, and Pokemon, and the weird one that I think you play.
Excuse me.
Lacana.
Very good, Liam. If anyone plays that game, get them on a list.
Cat G.
If you were over the age of 18, have no kids.
Oh,
play
Lacana. Now it's creepy, yeah.
Play Lacana. Let me know so I can do a referral.
Yeah, because you need to be banned.
Because
100 yards of skulls.
Get the hard drives, get their address, take it. Sorry, that's an After Dark comment. Was Hero Quest Games Workshop? Can someone please confirm or deny that? Peter, hope you're well, matey. Says, who remembers a Space Hulk ad on Sky 1 just before Transformers? What?
No, there was never a... Was there?
What?
There was never.
I could probably find that if there was. What? There was a Space Hulk.
Oh, mate, I think
advert.
Young Liam would have got way too excited at a Space Hulk advert followed by Transformers. If you chuck some biker mice from Mars in there as well, mate.
I found it,
mate. Have you seen they're remaking that film?
I found it. Is this real?
Is this going to start swearing? Or something?
This is Space Crusade. That's no good. Space Hulk 1993 HQ. Is this it?
The Dark Angel chapter.
The Dark Angel chapter. Mate, what is this? Mate, honestly, what is this?
It's pretty good so far. Whoa.
Mate, I don't think this is real.
It is.
This isn't an advert.
This is real.
What's he doing lurking in the corner there?
I don't know if this is real now.
No, this isn't real. That CGI is awful. It looks like some weird computer game.
We're just being trolled, guys.
I think Peter created this and just wanted us to show it.
Peter, I swear to God, if you sent us off down,
what have you done? We've probably got content struck for that as well now.
Yeah, well done, everyone. There's something for. There's this. Is this it? Oh, that's an actual advert, everyone.
That's an actual advert.
Oh no, what we play now says it's not for children.
What the hell is this now?
Space Crusade takes you into warp space to
This is Space Crusade again. Paul, you've literally gone off on a really weird tangent here trying to find this video.
Space Crusade, the ultimate adventure.
You've genuinely gone off on a really rogue
sorry
tangent
everyone,
here.
sorry everyone.
Like, this is just some geezers cosplaying. Have you seen it?
I thought this was it. Listen, if there's an advert from the 1990s Are people just lying? Guys, don't lie in the chat, please. For God's
Boys,
sake.
you know that Paul goes on these weird tangents down these rabbit holes to try and find this stuff you're saying
What
about.
the hell have you done to me, guys?
What are you doing?
Is this it?
Paul, honestly.
Is this it?
I don't know. I've never seen... I don't
Why
think this
are-
advert exists. I genuinely don't think this advert exists.
Right, well, Peter reckons it was on TV in the 90s.
But it might have been on TV in Ukraine, mate.
Yeah, but I'm not being funny, but if I can't find it on YouTube, it didn't happen.
I mean, that's true. Right,
Split screen, 5 parts playing 5 Terminators at the same time. This is a PC game. That's it. All right, guys. Everybody chill out. Imperial Guard, everybody likes them. Look how crap they used to look.
Mate, those... I don't even remember those Imperial
It's not the
Guard.
best picture because it's quite hard to find stuff from the 1990s. It's quite hard to find this information, you see.
I remember the original Catachans.
Yeah, well,
They were
stayed
like...
the same forever. I think
And you had like a battle box that was like really good value that they came in. And it had like 2 tanks, a load of Sentinels, like 40 Catachans. That was a solid box. Solid box.
I remember when Imperial Guard were diverse and you could get all the different types.
Yeah, but some of them were a bit racial, weren't they? Like, yeah, we'll do that one on the After Dark, I think, because some of them were pretty...
It's just a grotesque postmodern psyop.
What a model!
Oh,
It's delayed for you, but it's a Lictor. It's the OG
is it the
Lictor.
Lictor? Mate, these were so good. That model was so good. On the
It's
square base.
It's the chef's kiss of the 1990s.
Oh, mate.
Okay, listen, it's dynamic, there's stuff going on. It's a little bit like, yeah, my hands are all at right angles, but come on.
I like that Lictor.
What a model.
Personally, I prefer
What a
that
model.
Lictor to the new Lictors. The one that you got that's crouching over there somewhere.
That's a pretty insane thing to say, Liam.
But no, but that's a cool model, isn't it?
Yeah, all the Lictors, I love Tyranids. I think range-wise, you find some of the best models in Tyranids.
You also find some of the derpiest ones.
You find some absolute horrors. What is that? So there will be a prize if anyone can tell us what that actually is. Because that's a legit model. Sorry, I know you're delayed.
Oh, I actually think I know what it is now.
Well, I want to hear from the chat. What on earth is that? What do you think it is, Liam?
I think it's what's it called? The Chaos. It's like a dreadnought, but it's not a dreadnought, is it? Mauler Fiend. Is it a Mauler Fiend?
Chaos Dreadnought.
Is that a Chaos Dreadnought?
That's a Chaos Dreadnought. Look at it. It's absolutely awful. Right, who's was first to say Chaos Dreadnought? Howling Jimmy Jefferson.
Yeah, Hellbrute was the one I was thinking of.
I got to give Howling Jimmy Jefferson something now from my house.
You say this, mate. You never give them anything from your house.
What you want about giving loads of people my stuff? Ask Brandon. Brandon, have I ever sent you something straight to your house?
What did he get? What did Brandon get?
I can't remember.
I don't remember what Brandon got.
I can't remember, but I've given him something. All right. What do you want, Howling?
Big up the Chaos Dread.
Evening to the folks that are joining us for the first time. Please like and subscribe. Consider becoming a member.
I just realised that I've literally almost unscrewed my microphone from fiddling with it.
Don't do that. Brandon says no, he hasn't. He's lying.
Yeah, but you can't.
That's
there's
Brandon.
literally no point actually having anything that involves Brandon being serious.
No, I believe in Brandon. I'm like trying to rehabilitate him. Okay, I believe in him.
You can't.
I can see the humanity in him. It's like Star Wars. Do you know what I mean? I'm Obi-Wan. I can see the positivity
potential in him.
I can see the potential.
Do you know?
And I'm going to chop his arms off and leave him by the lava.
Do you know? I've got a idea for some merch. Right.
This is a tangent. Go on.
Me go off on a tangent. Never.
Absolutely not.
Do you know in Napoleon Dynamite where he's got the Vote Pedro t-shirts?
Oh, yeah.
Can we get Vote Brandon t-shirts?
Vote Brandon. We'll get rounded up.
Just all of us turning up.
Vote Brandon.
Vote Brandon.
No one knows what for, but everyone just wants to vote for Brandon.
Yeah.
What the F is that?
Let's see if the chat can get it.
That is absolutely horrendous.
I just love, honestly, this is the model that gets like shipped out all the time for like the painting, the eyes.
It's mental.
The eyes and the black, just the black mouth. Why is the mouth black? Why is the mouth just black? And the like the Lego hair.
What are they even holding? What is it? Like
That's
a
a
tennis
speaker.
racket? Is it a tennis racket?
No, it's a speaker.
It's like a really long tennis racket.
A really long tennis racket.
Brandon says that's me mum.
Oh, Brandon.
TTB says he told 8 people they won the Land Raider and now he just says he's building it for himself. No one actually won the Land Raider.
I love the fact that everyone's circled back to that now.
Yeah, anytime there's an attempt for someone to win Land Raider, people mess around and I go, well, it's staying on the shelf. But now it turns out I can actually use it.
So now you actually want it?
Yeah, look, I'll give people stuff if they want. What do you want, Liam, now? I'll give you something.
I don't want anything.
I got this.
Uh-oh, he's gone under the table. Not the wig again. Honestly, it's like I'd put it on, but it's so hot in this room. Like, genuinely, I can already see that my bonce is a bit gleamy.
I got these.
Oh, mate, put it away. We're going to get done on the out. Mate, you're the one that tells me I've got to watch myself and you're pulling a bum squeegee out from underneath.
What on earth is this model? That's awful.
What actually is it? What's it supposed to be?
Is Telly right? Sister Dialogus.
Well, that's what the new one is.
Oh, right. Well, I think that's just an old
But
school
then
Sister
someone's
of
put
Battle.
a
It's Sister of
it's an
Battle,
old
isn't it?
Sister of Battle, but then someone's put a
Inquisitor prop.
Witch Hunter. It's like...
Robert, you're going to find yourself very much at home on this channel, mate, if that's what you're doing. This is a natural home for you, mate. Get subscribed. Good lad.
Oh, my God.
Awful. You ready for, it gets worse. How many says it's from the Inquisitor?
Oh, someone's dropped it in the chat
Telly's got
already.
the mini. What?
The look at Howling's comment. So long as we don't hear the... Mate, me and one of my mates are going Texas, mate.
After dark.
It's from the Inquisitor retinue.
Telly's got the mini.
Telly's got the mini. Mate, I bet that mini is worth a shed load now. I bet you
that horrendous one?
Yeah. I don't actually think...
This is awful.
I don't think this one's
awful.
that bad. Why is it so bad?
It says Hawk Tour for Harambe.
Oh, mate, imagine trying to Hawk Tour that.
Shit.
Don't swear.
Oh, sorry. Look at that. It's an awful model.
I don't
think
even
that's
think
horrendous.
it's that bad. Why is it that bad? I mean, she's probably slightly out of proportion. She's probably a little... Like, look how long her fingers are.
Look at her face.
I mean, yeah.
Ariel, yeah.
Look how long her fingers are up by her head. That's weird, for one.
It's awful. Like, she's got biggest hands ever because of her hands.
Do you know what this is probably a little bit of a conversation but do you know what I always found weird with, like, early GW stuff? It was almost like a little bit too trying to be sexy, if you know what I mean. Like, that's a low cut top there, love.
Well, I think
that's a low cut top, and you're clearly not wearing a bra. So it's a bit awkward.
I noticed.
I
don't look at models like that. Do you know what I mean?
I do.
I do.
Of course you do.
One of the worst things I've ever seen on a model, like when I played the game that shan't be mentioned, this guy had got one of the characters and converted it to not. It was a woman to not have anything on the lower half.
Why?
Oh man, and he'd sculpted stuff, and he was just. I was like, that's so weird. What is wrong with you?
This is what's wrong with this hobby. This is why we're outcasts.
I know.
Stop moulding your own.
Don't After Dark.
Lady parts.
This model here, I think, is widely regarded as one of the worst things GW have ever produced.
Is this Nagash?
Yeah.
Honestly, this is
mental.
Considering how good the new one is.
Yeah,
that's one of the things that makes this one look so bad.
Well, look at the picture, but look at the picture. That's
glow up.
That picture is what the designer got. The designer's like, right, here we go, mate. Can you create this? He's like, yeah, I got this, and then comes up with that thing.
How many skulls can I fit on my model?
It just looks so bad.
Why is he so?
He's like leaning back. He's got like a little pointy toe sticking out.
Mate, it's just such a weird model. Like, I can't get my head round it.
Do you think at Games Workshop when people sculpted like that, they just sort of like had to accept it because it's taken them ages? So they'd be like, "Yeah, nice one. Cheers for that, John."
Well, no, but what you've got to remember is it was probably quite good. Like, because that was one of the first like slightly bigger models as well.
Yeah, it was big. Yeah, it was big. Yeah.
It was bigger, so maybe they were
I
like.
wonder how big it actually was. Like, I think it had a bit of size on it.
I think she did as well. The last one you just put up here, Ariel, whatever she was called. I thought she had a bit of size to her as well.
All right, here we go. I got a picture of it lined up.
Marathi on Pegasus has no bra. Why do the chat know the models that are not wearing bras?
It's the perverts.
It's pervert.
It wasn't silly. It wasn't massive. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, but it was big compared to what everything else was at the time.
That's it compared to what they're called.
Tomb King.
Yeah, but like Tomb Guard.
Tomb Guard.
It was probably big for its time. Now that's just like the size of
a Space Marine.
A Space Marine, yeah. It's like shorter than Dreadnought. But at the time, that was probably like, oh yeah, there's big Nagash.
Oh, look how cool our big Nagash is. Hey, that was
such
a sick model. I just like all these old models.
What you like? Yeah,
I do like them. Like nostalgia.
It's very nostalgic.
I mean,
what about this? Again, chat. What's that?
Let's have a look when it comes up for me, because I'm slightly.
Have a guess what that is. It's a GW model.
Who's painted the eyes on it? That's what we need to ask.
A lunatic.
Because whoever's painted them on needs to be on a list as well.
Telly says Nagash is Jafar.
Jafar? Is that the one from Aladdin?
Aladdin. Ain't never had a friend like
Who's your favourite Disney princess?
Who's my Disney princess? After Dark.
After Dark.
I'm worried.
Chat, who's everyone's favourite Disney princess?
That's not... No, I want to know from the chat what model this is, not who's your favourite Disney princess. What are you playing Lacana? You are.
I've got a whole deck of Lacana.
You play Lacana?
I actually don't. Mate, does any chat PM me if anyone wants to have a quick game of Lacana around my house?
I'm ringing social services.
Why are you ringing social?
To report you that you play Lacana.
Imagine if they've got imagine if that's what you phone, like you phone social service and they're like, press 1 to speak to child support, press 2 to report an incident, press 3 if you know someone over the age of 18 playing Lacana.
Do they do out of I ring them now, I've got my phone connected.
Don't, mate, that's literally going to get the show back. Like, what did you do? We phoned social services live on air and reported someone for playing Lacana.
Yeah, I decided to report my co-host for being, After Dark.
Jesus Christ.
Adam is answering the question to you. I want people, why answering my questions?
Yeah,
Merfolk greetings from
got
Seattle.
The yellow fever, yeah.
Greetings, my friend. Thanks for joining us again. Still laughing from last week's show. Well, we appreciate you, mate.
Who is the big booty Latina one?
Glad to make you laugh. I'm not talking about big booty Latinas again on the show.
Not even as a Disney princess?
We literally said before this show, let's keep all the adult content to the After Dark.
Yeah.
And you keep going, who's your favourite Disney princess?
Right, Jesus.
Right, I'm a joke. I'm joking. Tiderman says classic OG Dreadboy.
What is it? What actually is it?
It's Rogue Trader Dreadnought.
Mate, it's awful, is what it is.
It's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
That's one that needs throwing in the lake. That needs to be thrown in the lake.
It's a green M&M. Tiderman, we need to get you as a member, mate, because you're on the Discord because you're OG, but I need to get you a member.
I've literally just seen what Adam's...
What, where?
Don't read it out.
Where?
Second to bottom chat.
I like Mulan because...
No, not that one.
I'd give Elsa a run in there. Oh,
mate, why'd you read it out? After I say don't read it out.
Well, because it's just, for immersion. Oh, no, now I can't get rid of that.
No, I can't get rid of it.
Right, I'm going to try. Here you go. You ready?
Yeah.
Right, Tiderman, I feel like you watch so many of our shows. I want you to become a member, so I'm firing this now. Hopefully it gets you. You ready? Ready? Here we go. We've got Murphy Bear, we've got Howling Jimmy, we've got Robert, we've got Think for Yourself. No, we didn't get him. Right,
mate, you and these gifted memberships. This is like the Brandon incident of 2024 all over again. Why did you make no money off the chat? Because we just try and make gifted memberships to Brandon. You two must be absolutely killing the ad revenue. No, we've just gifted the memberships constantly.
We just put it all back into community and make people that don't want to be a member a member.
Literally, we've had like 4 people leave. They've just got gifted member and I'm out. This content's not for me. There's not enough Lacana.
I was doing a stream last night. I was doing a hobby and hang stream, just painting, chatting nonsense, talking to the chat. And Brandon was like, "Oh, my membership's run out." And I was like, No.
Thank you, Adam. Adam's just gifted
lad.
Another 5. Thank you.
Good lad, Adam L. And good lad to Tiderman. Oh, misfire.
We've
missed him. I've got these models up. These are widely regarded as some of the worst models ever produced. You know what they are, so don't say.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
Do people in the chat know what these are? What are these models? Come on, guys, have a guess. It's thanks to people that are membershiperizing. We appreciate you very much. What are they? I can just keep hearing blinging. Is it because people are subscribing?
I don't know what's going on with it.
I think it's because I have the Streamlabs thing connected. Perfect, but Eldar Slaves, yeah, spot on. What do you think of these? A lot of people are like, these look mental. Like, look at the eyes on the right one. The bodies look weird. They look like they've.
Why is the one on the left like literally absolutely ripped? Look at the abs on it.
Take your head off.
Look at the abs on it. And then, I don't know, the feet are a bit big for me as well. There's certain questions arising from that.
You're like, what?
Well, hands and feet, baby, you got to check them. Because they're a sure sign of...
After Dark.
Yeah.
I need a button for After Dark that I can just like frantically press it. Does anybody remember the brochure you used to get? Here we go.
Aren't they really expensive now? Those ones, the girls are like really expensive.
Yeah, they're on eBay. They are really expensive.
But didn't they used to come on the?
Pardon?
Sorry, didn't they used to? Weren't they modelled on the? Is it Abdul Vecht? Who's the original Archon? And he was on like the character model was on a Raider, and he was on the Raider, and they were sat on the side of the Raider, weren't they?
No, that doesn't ring any bells.
Type in Dark Eldar character on Raider. What have you read? Because I'm not reading the chat because I know what it'll be. Something absolutely brutal.
It's really tickled me. It's not. I just think it's so funny. He says they look like the barmaids down at the King and Queen, and it's just like ridiculous. One of them took an interest once in me and Tom, and they like came upstairs to the table. Do you remember, Tom, when we were having a game?
It's like, I can communicate with the bar when I'm in my Warhammer space. Leave me alone.
We like got chatting at the bar, then she like came up, was like, oh. And me and Tom were both stood there with his orcs out and me with Imperial Knights. She's like, whoa, these are big ones. I'm like, oh, this is the worst.
This is please
go back downstairs. Do people remember these? So there used to be like a thick, you know, like the Argos catalogue. It was like that, but you had to pay for it.
Yeah. Well,
big,
at GW, you had to pay for everything.
Yeah, and just all the models and all the sculpts.
Yeah.
We bought them. I don't really know why, because the shop had. I guess it was just to like sit and look.
Yeah, you just used to look through it, didn't you? Because you didn't have the internet, did you? You can't go on. You couldn't go on the GW website and be like, "Oh, I'm just browsing on this."
Oh, that's really tickled me about the barmaids. I think it's funny because it's just like really true. Like it's very true.
It's very true about the barmaid.
Peter says the one. I'm just going straight in on comments, so please vet them yourselves, guys. The one on the left lost her eye looking at Mr. Dark Eldar Jesus, and she was a sister of battle. Peter, you come in with some of the wildest comments, and that's why I love you. That's why we love you here on Epic Flail.
Peter,
you're a good lad. I'm just wondering if anyone had the balls to paint those. We Adam.
I'm worried.
It's just a grotesque postmodern psyop.
Mate, the one person you tried to literally get a membership for has literally had to join himself. After there was 10 memberships fired out, he's had to join himself.
This is how it worked. The algorithm never favours us. What about this? I reckon this is the worst thing. Good lad, mate. We appreciate you joining the show. You're a good lad.
Oh,
and we're going to do the After Dark soon, so the members will join us. That is the worst model you'll ever see. Do you know what this is?
It looks like a melted welly. It looks like Harry Redknapp in model form. It does, though, doesn't it?
What is this model? Can anybody guess what this is?
Oh, my God, it's so bad.
Look at the face.
Oh, I was going to say something really rude then as well.
Well, say it to me like with your eyes, and then I'll say if you can say. Hang on.
No.
I'll mute us. Go on. Don't say that.
No, don't say that. Definitely don't say that.
I think don't say that.
I think don't say that.
I think it's one you can say in a minute. We're on the After Dark show.
But why has it got a syrup on as well? Why has it got a wig on?
I love that. Don't say that, Liam. No, don't say. Don't say that one. Adam says they've got a nice thigh gap.
She's got that real Instagram thigh gap going on, hasn't she?
She's got an amazing. She's a Bob Fock, body off Baywatch, face off Crime Watch. Look at her face. It looks like it's been in a microwave.
Mutton dressed as lamb, innit?
Telly says that was a toddler that fell into Harambe's enclosure.
Oh my God!
Oh, Harambe! It's the first ever female space marine. No wonder they sacked that off.
Mate, why did they do that?
They were probably sat around going, right, let's do a female space marine. That's turned up and they've gone, well, fuck it, we're not. Oh shit! I didn't mean to swear.
But it's got a melted face.
I didn't mean to swear then. Every week I keep getting the warning. unmonetized now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then I appeal it. Sometimes it works. Sometimes they obviously watch it.
Sometimes someone has to
Sometimes
sit
I do
through
it.
this content.
It's a manual review. So like sometimes I do it and like it's fine. Other times someone obviously sits and watches it and like, no, you were talking about like Epstein's Island. I think there was one where we were talking about like.
Oh, was this when we compared Stephen Hawkins to a breacher? Meow, in I come.
Yeah, it might have been that one.
Demonetised again.
I think that's the worst model. Brad says that's like Quasimodo got snatched by the black ships. What?
Don't know, mate. I'm not reading the comments. I just stay away from the comments.
It's a Marine who was a victim of a London acid attack.
Jesus Christ. On a different note, right, I can't buy brick acid anymore to clean brickwork at work because people keep throwing it at each other. Can everyone stop throwing it at each other so I can actually clean my brickwork?
That is on a different note.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you sharing.
Come on. Stop this nonsense.
Right, look at the glow up for the Tyranids.
Honestly.
Sort of in the way.
Some of these.
Look at the 1988 Tyranid. What the hell is that?
It looks like cat poo.
I genuinely think I could do that with no... I reckon if they were like, right, here's some milliput, make a Tyranid, I'd just go... There you go, mate. I've done it. What is it?
I had the 1990 version of the Warrior and definitely the 2001 version of the Warrior.
It's awful up until 2001 and then it got game. Then like...
Yeah, but it was still really squat. That 2001 one's still really squat. I don't know what 1995 was all about. It almost like took a backward step.
Sometimes it looks like Jude Bellingham.
Where's that come from? Where's that come from?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm worried.
It's like Jude Bellingham.
Oh man, but man, what a glow up! I'm putting. You saw me. I'm assembling some downstairs. Actually,
I think they're beautiful models. The Warriors,
beast,
the
absolutely.
new
beast.
Tyranid models are stunning.
Howling Jimmy had the 1989 one from the Tyranid Attack mini game.
No, okay.
All right, making stuff up, are we?
That's good.
Tyranid Attack mini.
I'm
game.
not reading Tom's latest quote out.
The only peace I find is a future.
Now what are we watching?
We're doing research live. We're a research group commissioned by myself. I wish you'd go full screen though, Liam, instead of messing me around.
All right. Why you're really not happy with?
We haven't been uploading much at the moment due to the coronavirus.
You're just watching. You're just giving.
Hello, here I am with me box.
This is the most Warhammer channel ever, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, look at me! I've got a new box from Warhammer. Wait. Really excited.
Don't slag him off because I did an unboxing video and people will probably go back and watch it and be like,
"Wow, Paul, you literally sound like this man."
Tyranid Attack.
That doesn't really matter because I probably won't use these models anyway.
Oh, he's not going to use those ones, so I'll put them.
No, he could be a
side
member of the
anyway.
channel.
And these look to be the Space Marine Scouts and the Gene Stealers. We'll have a closer look at those models in a bit, but let's carry on looking in the box.
Sorry, Jimmy, work line. What was that then? That looks pretty average.
Dark cotton vibes.
Now we're going to some of the best models ever created.
Let's have a look. What have we got?
Jim, look it up. It was basically Space Hulk on a Tyranid ship. No, Adam, I'm not showing my unboxing video. It was horrendous. It wasn't even that long ago.
That Death Leaper model is probably
That's
one of
the best model ever.
It's absolutely. I'm still unsure why he's such an edgelord with a cape. But I'm not quite sure what the evolution needed a cape for.
They've evolved to be cool.
Yeah, they've evolved to be just really edgy and slightly cool.
They've evolved to sell more of themselves, which is an interesting evolution.
They've evolved to work at Hot Topic. He just needs a fringe. Imagine if he had like a fringe. He's like, Mum, it's not a phase, okay? I got your picture. I'm coming with you. Just out there singing like Blink 182 and like Papa Roach, isn't he?
Cut my life into pieces. If I would like some suggestions from the chat as to what the best models are, because
that is one of the best.
Yeah, I sort of focused in preparation for this on all the horrible ones because that was just way more fun.
Yeah,
we're searching for good models. I was like,
I'm just trying to think like
that for me is number one. If anyone can, Angron.
Nah, I don't like his pose.
Angron?
I don't like his pose. The new Angron. I
think is the one I've got fake.
Which
I shouldn't
one?
say that out loud.
Yeah, because it was mine, wasn't it?
Yeah, don't create evidence of the supply chain.
Don't create.
But yeah, it was.
I would say the new Fulgrim's better than that. Personally,
that is pretty cool. I mean, it's super solid, isn't it? You think what the new Fulgrim's
the new Fulgrim model is better than that. Personally,
so
I love the fact he's £102.
Oh, this
now.
guy. What, Angron?
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Yeah, that's a model, isn't it?
I think it's meant to be huge as well. Yeah, that thing.
That's a model. That
is an unbelievable model. Marathi.
What about what's his face? Archon. What's he called? Main bad lad. What's he called?
Abaddon.
No, Dragon Boy. I think he's AOS. Oh, come on, guys, help us out.
Yes. The Chaos Lord. Archeon.
Archeon, that's it.
On the dragon, on the three-headed dragon.
Yeah.
That's a sick model.
That is a beast of a model.
But then I like...
Archon the Ever Chosen.
I like the woman riding the massive bug.
Excuse me?
What's her name? From the Sylvaneth range. Let's be fair, the Age of Sigmar models are better than the 40k models. Can we just all agree on that?
Ooh.
Can we just all agree that the Age of Sigmar range is better than the 40k range?
Yeah, they're churning out some good stuff. The new except for the Stormcast Eternals.
Yeah, but that's boring. But look at the what's her name? I
know the one you mean.
She's riding a massive dung beetle.
Yeah, what's it called?
Oh, I can't remember what.
AOS. I'll put AOS Beetle Girl. Spelt wrong. I've put Beetle Girl.
Beetle Girl.
And what's come up is this. What's come up is this. Rant and advice search. How to get women into AOS.
Oh, God.
Hey, all. I contacted GW regarding this concern, but I'd like to put it to community and read some opinions.
I'm going to look this up.
Funnily enough, I don't. Because that thread is going to be the definition of hell on Earth.
What's this? What's she called?
Well, chat. By the time we've Googled it, chat will have said it. Ariel. Adam L says, there's a topic, how to get women into AOS. Well, we did try, Liam came up with an idea for that the other week, which was absolutely outrageous. And
oh, yeah, my idea was
should
really
have been,
good.
Don't mention it, it should have been on an After Dark. And
it was on an After Dark, wasn't it?
No, I think it was on a normal show where you were talking about opening some kind of like...
Don't say it, you just told me not to talk about it.
All right, sorry.
Mate,
that's a model.
Look at her thighs.
Why do you always have to make it perverted?
But just look at her thighs.
Why? What do you mean? Strong thighs.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
She's got
her. Imagine if she pulled up to your house on that beetle. You'd be like, you're in love. In you come. Imagine picking her up on a date. Jesus.
I'm not sure about face. She looks a bit dead in the eyes. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, she's been...
But you're all about them thighs.
Mate, look at those thighs, baby.
Who was on the stream with us last night saying they like powerful thighs? I think it might have been Adam. It was either Adam or TTB, one of those troublemakers.
That's a wicked... That's the... whatchamacallit? The turtle from the Deepkin.
Oh, I've got that.
Sick model.
That's a beast of a model.
That's a sick model.
The only other one I sort of could think of was Mortarion.
Mortarion's a wicked model.
That's a sweet model.
Who's the other Demon Prince?
Magnus. No.
Magnus is the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I get a bit of lore right?
Yeah, you got horn boobies, though, hasn't he?
Shouldn't I do that? I don't know what that was.
Awkward.
Awkward.
Yeah, Mortarion's got... Not Mortarion. Magnus has got horn boobies, though, hasn't he? It's a bit weird. I'm not...
What? You mean like nipples?
No, like his actual... If you put a certain breastplate... I don't know why I've just done that action either.
We're really off with the actions tonight.
He's actually got, like, horn boobies.
I've got these stupid things come up now.
What have you got now?
I've got bloody Gene Stealers coming up.
Why have you got Gene Stealers coming up?
I don't know. I thought I'd type Magnus, but obviously not. My nose really to me. Magnus the Red, here he is.
I'm trying to think of some of the... So, blow it up a minute.
Is that it? I don't think it's that good, is it?
I don't think it's that good. That's the thing.
Oh, he's got the knit. He's got the.
It's got the weird power armor things coming out of his. Yeah.
I'm not sure he should be £102.
Why the pricing? Let's not talk about.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Pricing
Yeah, no, let's not go pricing. Any other suggestions from the chat before we jump to the world of members? I don't think Tadaman said, I don't think you pick her up, she picks you up.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Adam that was on about. Adam, that must be your like best model in the world, mate. That's his. From what he was saying last night on the stream, that's his model right there. Magnus used to be 65 quid.
What? Did he?
Adam L's reckoning the old high elf dragon.
Oh, with the one with the bendy neck. Is this the one with the bendy neck, Adam?
It's a classic.
The one with the bendy neck. The old Phoenixes are awful as well.
No, that's not an old one. This one? Is this?
That's the one. I think, from what I can see from here.
That's it. Don't worry about me just sharing on my private email.
Getting doxed.
Don't worry about it, everybody.
Let's have a look.
I dread to think.
Is that it? Yeah, that one. That must have been a nightmare to build. I never built one of them, but that must have been an absolute nightmare to build.
That's a big time GW classic model.
The new Bloodthirster's cool, to be fair.
Is it?
Yeah, the new one. I think it's cool anyway. Trying to think what else is like, because like Imperial Knights are cool, aren't they? But they're not like.
Oh, I think the model. Yeah, I think
they're cool, but they're like meh.
That's a beast.
The new Bloodthirster, yeah.
That's good. Tell you what, there's some good models, Liam. We're going to jump over to an After Dark with our members, and we're going to talk about. We're going to look at. So there was a competition that we did last week. Most of the time, people just ignore it when I think people don't have faith in me sending prizes. Well, I do, despite Brandon's lies.
Despite Brandon's untrue.
His simple lies in the chat. But Liam did ask everybody to come up with the best glow up, so the best old model to new model, and we would give an X-Action squad, which Liam will make sure I do, to the winner.
Yeah.
So we're going to go over to a members show. We're going to look at those and vote and compare them all, and we're going to carry on talking about GW now versus the 90s with just mainly more swearing.
And more thighs.
And more thighs, yeah. Thanks ever so much for people that have joined us live. Members, all you have to do is just go on the channel on the live bit, and you'll see the link already there. I'm going to jump us, Liam and I, straight over, so we'll speak to you on that.
What was that noise that came out of you? Oh, no.
How is Peter not a member?
I don't know.
Peter, go on your settings and please allow people to send you memberships. Because there's been so many memberships that have been gifted. I don't know how one hasn't been fired your way. So if you go in the settings, please, Peter, that's an instruction. And I'm going to fire a membership at you next time. Lads, thanks so much for watching. We appreciate you loads. We'll see you on the members show for more daftness. Please consider liking and subscribing. Become a member. Chat to us on the Discord. Look after yourselves and each other. Enjoy your 40k. And sort of say the final bit of advice.
Don't play Lacana.
Brilliant.